Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today I'm playing Alibi and Ashes, the 25th game in the series. And it takes place in Nancy's hometown of River Heights, the first one to do so. And in this game, Nancy finds herself framed for arson.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the note and you'll be on your way.
Okay, before I jump into the game, I wanted to mention that this is the last game in the series that starts at Nancy's desk with her voiceover narration before you click on the plane ticket to go to wherever she's going. And as I said at the start, this takes place in River Heights. Nancy's not traveling, which is why she says click on the note instead of the usual click on the plane ticket. Now let's take a look at the case file. It's that time of year again. Nancy and her friends are participating in the annual Clues Challenge. Nancy, of course, is the team leader. Bess, George, and Ned are her team members, and their team's name is Team Danger. The teams need to follow clues given to them to find the Clues Challenge medallion. The finders preside over the opening of the town's time capsule, and the leader of the winning team gets to place a personal item of his or her choice in the capsule before it's reburied. So now let me click on the note.
This anagram from the Clues Challenge says I should go check out the thermostat at the old town hall.
Will do. And before I start, I wanted to mention that today's my birthday, so I posted this walkthrough as a little birthday present to myself because it's another one of my favorite games. So happy birthday to me, yay. Now I'll go ahead and get started by clicking on Junior Detective. What's this? The last remaining section of the iron nugget discovered by Ethan Mahoney that was used to create River Heights' first anvil. So now I guess I'll go in here.
Who's there?
Who's there? Someone's in here. And that person has locked Nancy in.
Open up.
What's this? Is this like an emergency escape route? What's that ticking sound? Is that thermostat? What is that on there? An ice cube?
What's happening?
What the heck? Fire!
I've got to get out of here. I better hurry.
But she's locked in.
I'm trapped. The only way out is through that window.
So I've got to stack these items together so Nancy can climb out. Reach to the top and climb out. And look how black that smoke is. I can barely see over it. If you don't hurry, then it's second chance for Nancy.
Hurry.
Okay, I'm going as fast as I can.
Time to get out of here.
Okay.
I need to get out of here fast.
Follow that emergency escape route to go out. I think the main entrance, if you choose the wrong door, it's game over. So we go out this way, the double doors.
Nancy Drew, what made you decide to burn down the old town hall?
I didn't.
Did you work alone? Who helped you?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I thought it looked old. It looked abandoned. So at least it's not a new building in pristine condition that has been set aflame.
Don't press until we take statements.
I bet she's mad at that. This is Chief McGinnis.
Nancy Drew.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I'd like to be specific, so I'll say I was locked in the room where it started.
The fire started.
What were you doing there?
Someone sent her a note.
Someone sent me a note telling me to come here.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was
Yes, it
burning?
spread throughout the entire building in seconds.
Fire spread through the whole building in a matter of seconds.
What was the color of the smoke?
Oh, I took notice of that. Very black.
Black.
Did you notice anything else out of the
Yes,
ordinary?
that ice cube shaped like a snowflake on the
There was a
thermostat.
snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews?
All of these people. Deirdre Shannon was that black-haired girl. Alexi is the man. Tony is the glasses-wearing woman. And Brenda Carlton is the reporter trying to pin Nancy as the arsonist.
Deirdre Shannon, Alexei Markovic, Tony Scolari, and Brenda Carlton.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire?
Yeah, one of the people at the scene of the fire.
It must have been one of the people at the scene of the fire.
There you have it. A former hero and city icon, rendered speechless. And speechless is the word of the day as onlookers struggle to come to terms with the brazen destruction of the beloved town hall by none other than the girl detective they had once trusted their lives and livelihoods to. Truly a sad day for River Heights. With Heights 9 News, I'm Brenda Carlton. Back to you, Jim.
I still can't believe
Okay, now it automatically cuts to Bess and Nancy talking.
It's lucky that no one else was there.
Did you even see what started the fire?
Yeah, it was really strange. There was this snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat. Hang on, there's someone at the door. Chief McGinnis?
So police sirens are there because they've come to arrest Nancy.
What are you talking about?
Nancy Drew, you're under arrest for arson in connection with the town hall fire.
I had nothing to do with that.
You have the right to remain
Nancy's,
silent.
so she's being read her rights and Bess is trying to get her to
You have the right
talk.
to speak to an attorney.
So she's been read her rights and now she's been detained.
Drew, you're free to make a call.
Yes, get one phone call. So, gonna have to call her father, Carson. But before I do that, I want to show you, you can get an award to do this fun little extra, even though you can only do it when Nancy's here using this phone in the cell. Yeah, because after you get her cell phone back later, you can't do it. But if you call 911, even though she's there, you get this little message.
Reach the River Heights 911 switchboard. All lines are currently busy.
So you get an award for doing that, so I'll get it. Now I'll call Carson.
You've reached the personal
Yeah,
line
but we
of
get his
Carson Drew.
voicemail.
Please direct all business matters to the firm switchboard.
Hi, it's Nancy. I'm in jail. I really could use your help right about now. Please call me as soon as you can. Wait, I don't know if I can even get phone calls in here. I guess I'll keep trying you. When you get this message, don't freak out, okay? You don't need to book the next flight home. At least, not yet. I got a note telling me to go to town hall, and when I got there, it just burst into flames. They think I did it. I think this might be one of those situations where I can admit that I might need a little help. I guess I better get going now. I'll try you again soon. I should call my friends.
Okay, and because Nancy spends most of this game in jail, the game includes having her and her friends switching, alternating characters. So, like, you get to play as Bess, George, and Ned in this game. If you play as them and Nancy, getting all of them involved, you get an award for that. But since Nancy's in jail and has to stay here for now, you call her friends to transfer the case to them. They do things, talk to suspects, collect evidence for Nancy to help move the case along. So it's more than playing briefly as Frank in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon and playing as Bess, even though you don't see her face in Legend of the Crystal Skull. Switching between Nancy and her friends is pivotal in this game to make it go. So first I'll start by calling Bess. Now, to change characters, you have to do that
Hello?
between Nancy.
Bess, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
You're the best, Bess. Remember that wiki we were using for the clues challenge?
The program George put on our phones, right?
Right. Let's all use that to keep in touch. All case information and big clues should show up there.
Good idea.
There's something I need right away.
Just name it.
The reason I went to the town hall was because I was led there by a note. I need you guys to find that note and drop it off at the station for me. I think it might have fallen out of my pocket when I escaped the fire.
Consider it done.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is the way to switch between characters to have them take over and you play as them is that it always has to be done through Nancy, always and only. You play as Nancy, then call to say I'm one of her friends. So like I'm doing Beth, say I need you to take over or something else similar. I'm passing the case to you. You play as that character. Then you do what you need to do, and then you call Nancy to switch back and have Nancy call another friend to switch. You cannot call, characters cannot call each other, like Bess cannot call George and switch. You switch from Bess to George. It always has to be through Nancy in order to switch characters. So let me see what I talk to her about that, and then have her go find that note at the town hall.
Sam thought it would be best if George stayed at your place for the time being.
How's Togo?
Pretty upset. George's mom is taking care of him back at her place.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
It's nothing. We're all here for you. Anything you need.
I'm passing the case to you, Bess.
Time to help Nancy.
Okay, so when you play as each character, you have them drive around different places in River Heights. If you drive to many places during the game, you'll get an award. So I have to have Bess drive to the old town hall and find that note, then drop it off at the police station. You can't go up here because this entry's sealed off. If you go up there, it's second chance, game over. So you have to go off to the side, and there's the note.
This is the note that Nancy wants.
All right, so I'll now go to the police station, drop it off in the drop-off location. This is where you put it, package drop. And you're gonna have to do this repeatedly. Characters drop things off here for Nancy, or Nancy will drop things off here for her friends to pick up. Now I'll call Nancy and transfer the case to her. And that's the River Heights police number because her cell phone's been detained for the time being.
Were you able to find the note?
Yes.
Great. If you can put the note.
All right, now I'm transferring to her, so I say you take the lead now.
Take over from there.
You take the lead now.
I'll take it from here.
Listen, I'm just doing my job here, Nancy, but I don't see any need to keep you locked up. If you want to prove your innocence, I'm not going to stand in your way. This is a police station. Don't let me catch you messing with anything. Get me? Don't let me catch you.
All right.
One more thing. We've got an evidence board in the station we track cases with. If any compelling evidence were to show up regarding your case, I would consider taking a look.
All right, she's been let out of the cell, but not out of the station yet. So here's the case board, or evidence
This
board.
is the case board. Track your case on it. You got enough to pin this on someone else? Push that button and give me a call.
Okay, so I don't have anything else for the other characters yet. That's
It'd
one
been
of
nice if they had focused on any other suspects.
I'm gonna need Nancy's friends to help find evidence against these other characters to include on the board. And oh, look here, in custody, the sticky tab is over Nancy's face. Once again, her interactive is doing it to avoid showing us Nancy's face. Thank you for that, her interactive. So let me look around the station. There's equipment and rooms that I'm going to need to use during the course of my investigation as Nancy, just here at the station.
I need to find the password. Maybe it's somewhere around here.
Yeah, it will be. Gotta look at this. This will be helpful because I need to then learn stuff about arson that I can tell Nancy's friends. Ooh, look at this.
Snacks. Oh, Hannah, you always know how to cheer me up.
So Nancy has been sent some power snacks by Hannah. If you eat enough of these snacks, you'll get an award. And some of these snacks are Wickford snacks, Wickford candies from Trail of the Twister. There are also snacks in here like chips from the snack shop at Warnings at Waverly Academy. Cocoa Pringle, of course, can't go wrong with that. This is, looks like a player, made by Krollmeister, who else? But now that I'm out, I need to go walk up to the chief's door and listen to this conversation that'll trigger something I need to do.
So, you're calling to say you lost the evidence locker key? Oh, that's some great police work there, rookie.
I better listen in.
Where'd you see it last? Pancake City? I don't recall Pancake City being part of your beat. Go find that key.
I should send someone to Pancake City to find that key.
Is there a lot of crime in Pancake City?
I'll do just that. So that's what I have to do. Send one of Nancy's friends to find the key. It's an evidence locker key. Just the one I need.
Less angry to hear you're embarrassed. Go find that key.
You don't need to listen to the rest of his conversation because it's meaningless. I just got the important part. So I think I'll call George to go find the key.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right, for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
I found the police investigation board.
Perfect.
It looks like we're on the right track so far. They've narrowed everything down to just a few suspects.
Who do they suspect?
Tony from over at Scoop, Alexi from the antique store, Brenda Carlton, and Deirdre. And, of course, me.
Good. We'll keep an eye on all of them. That includes you. I've got my eye on you, Drew.
Thanks. And you ain't got nothing on me, 'cause I'm innocent, see?
What was with that voice, Nancy?
I need your help finding a key.
All right, what's the story?
I need to get into the evidence locker. Detective Ryan lost his key. I need one of you guys to find it.
Sure thing. Any idea where we should look?
Yes, try checking out Pancake City.
All right, so I'll transfer the case to her
I
now.
need you to take over.
George, reporting for duty.
Okay, here she is in Nancy's house. So now I'll go to Pancake City to find the key. And Pancake City on the map is right here.
Detective Ryan, I think you said he was going to Mabel Rose's?
Okay, so it's not there. Mabel Roses is right here.
Detective Ryan? I think he went to the antique shop.
A little bit of a wild goose chase, if you ask me, but here's the antique shop. All right, this is Alexi, the owner, the man I saw at the fire.
Salutations.
Are you the Alexi from the old stories around here?
That was a long time ago.
I can't believe that's actually you. You were the original kid detective. You should advertise that, put it on your sign or something.
That's not who I am now.
But it's something to be proud of.
Just let it go. It's my past, not yours.
Did you hear about the fire?
Of course.
What do you know about the old town hall fire?
No more than anyone else.
Have you seen Detective Ryan?
The 12-year-old cop. Yeah, he's been here. He left something behind. Did he leave it behind to torment me? Possibly not. Is it tormenting me? Yes, it is. Can't figure the blasted thing out. It's on the new arrival shelf.
Goodbye.
Good day.
All right, oh, that looks like Fiona's jetpack or Nancy's from The Haunting of Castle Malloy. Interesting. All right, the new arrival shelf is right
Detective
here.
Ryan brought
That's where
in
the
something
key
pretty
is.
Strange. There's a key under there.
But I can't access it because these are in the way. So this is a puzzle. I have to push the buttons down so that the bars retract completely and I can get the key. All right, so I press this button, this one, and this
I won!
to get rid of them all.
I bet this is what Nancy was looking for.
That's the evidence locker key Nancy needs. Before I go, though, there's something else I want to grab. Fire alarm key. Let me ask Alexi about it.
Hello.
What's the story with this alarm key?
I have never seen that in my life.
I found it right here.
I don't know how it got there. I had nothing to do with this fire. Nothing. I'm not going through this again with you people. Once is enough.
What do you mean?
After all I've gone through, you want to hang me out to dry again. Well, it's not going to happen. You got it? Get out of my store.
What? Why?
I said leave.
Sheesh. All right. Well, I'll take the alarm key to Nancy along with the locker key. Drop them off in the package drop-off. That alarm key is something she can put on the evidence board, so now I'll call her and transfer the case.
Hello?
All
We
right.
found a fire alarm key at Alexi's shop.
Did he say anything about it?
He flipped.
Really? What did he say?
He said that he didn't want to go through something like this again.
Interesting.
What do you think he meant?
I don't know. I'll ask my dad. He seems to know a lot about everyone in town.
How's the investigation coming?
All right. It looks like I'm going to be able to use some of the equipment around here. If I don't get caught, that is.
I don't understand why they won't just let you out.
Since all of the evidence is stacked against me, they want a little proof that I didn't do it.
Still, it doesn't seem fair.
Trust me, I'm with you
I
on
agree.
that one.
What was it like being in the fire? Were you scared?
Absolutely. It just spread so quickly. Whoever set that fire knew what they were doing.
From everything we've been hearing, you're lucky to be alive.
Until we catch the arsonist.
All right, so it's your turn. Means I'll transfer to her. Can
It's your
transfer to
turn.
Nancy.
I'm on the case.
All right, let me go to the drop-off and get the keys. So you do not want to exit the police station until you've proven your innocence, because it's at least a second chance for that. All right, so I use the key on this one, and it's got some useful information and paraphernalia for me. Okay, that's the computer password. Each row and column must have one number. There's numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, so I'll show you how to pick each individual number so that it's not used twice. And
Better find a way to listen to this.
I can listen to it on that player. Now, it's not pivotal to completing the case to listen to this disc, but if you do it, you'll get an award, so I think I'll go ahead and do it. And this is a user's manual to open up drawers, these drawers. This one is unlocked, so is this
All
one.
right, my phone.
Good, and I can use that. These are some goods I can give to Nancy's friends. A key to a cabinet in her room and a lock-picking kit. This drawer is locked, so I need that instructions manual to help me open it up. What you have to do is, with this puzzle, the aim is to have all of these bars lit up in green, and each triangle have 1 or 2 colored balls so lit up so that they're like these 2 on the left here are lit up, because each one of these has to be lit up just as each of these bars has to be green. So to do that, press that button, this button. Now we've got 1 green bar. All right, so this is completely lit up. Now I push this one so that these 2 are lit up, and I've got 3 green bars. Now I push this pink one, so then that opens the drawer.
I better see what evidence the police have.
Yes, this will come in handy.
They seized gasoline. I need to find out what was really used to start the fire.
All right, so obviously that was an accelerant that caused the fire to spread. An accelerant is a flammable liquid, so I need to find out what accelerant was indeed used to start the fire.
Looks like the alarm wasn't working at the time of the fire. I need to find out why.
All right, now I'm gonna need Nancy's friends to help me further. Yeah, you can open up some of these other lockers, but they're useless items in here. Okay, I think now I'll call George for help. George back for help.
Hi.
Got to get a sample for accelerants and check out the town alarm, so I'll ask her to do
sample
those.
from town hall to test for possible accelerants.
Okay, how do I do that?
You'll need to find a clean all-glass container with a lid. It needs to be small enough to fit in the chromatograph. You're on your own for that, but I bet you can find it if you look around.
All right, check. Then as for the sample,
Try to get a sample as close to the point of origin as possible.
point of origin?
Where the fire started. It was right near the thermostat.
We'll get it for you, don't worry.
The case report says that the town hall alarm was tampered with. Can you check it out?
You got it.
It's your turn to take the case.
George, reporting for duty.
All right, I know just where to find a glass container to use to take a sample. Right here at the antique store.
This would work perfectly for collecting a sample.
Before I leave, though, I want to play this game, Number Punch. The point is to beat the best score here, which is the shortest amount of time it takes to finish. And you need to see how fast you can press all the numbers in order from 1. It goes from 1 to 41. I can't tell you, though, what an answer is, because every time you play this little game, it's always going to be random, but I'm just going to work as fast as I can. Whoa, I beat even my record. Less than a minute.
Looks like I won something.
I think that's the best I've ever had. All right, so this is the key to this chest over there in the corner, but I can't get to it yet because I need to distract him somehow. But wow, so the score you need to have, you need to be able to beat 1:52, a minute and 52 seconds on Junior Detective. I think on Senior it's a minute 26, but wow, less than a minute. I think that's the best time I ever did. But as I said, each time you play Number Punch, it's always going to be random, so I'm just showing you one way to do it, and I worked fast. Have them all, you have to push them all down before that time runs out, before you have to beat under the best time, Alexi's last score. If you play the game, Number Punch repeatedly, you'll get an award. All right, let me go to Town Hall now to check on the alarm and to get a sample. But yeah, that plain Number Punch, that's all about speed. Okay, since you can't go in the front way because you'll get caught, you have to go in the side.
It's too high.
It's too high, so you have to bring this over and climb up.
Oh wow, this looks bad.
Holy smokes.
Glad Nancy
Oh,
could
no
make it
pun
out.
intended. I mean, bad pun there. It looks like the inside of a toaster oven. Or toaster.
The alarm's been turned
Turned
off.
off.
I better tell Nancy.
Yep, gotta do that.
I
And
need to find the point of origin.
that's right up here.
That must be the point of origin. I should take a sample.
I'll do just that. Now I'll take this to the police station and tell Nancy that the alarm's been disabled. So just don't walk up to the front steps, otherwise it's second chance. Okay, and you always have to exchange things using the package drop because Nancy cannot leave the station and her friends cannot enter. All right, so now I'll transfer the case to Nancy. Gotta tell her about the alarm though, too.
What's up?
The fire alarm at Town Hall had been switched off.
My dad knows the people who run the city alarm systems. I'm going to see if they can give us a little more information.
It's your turn.
I'll take it from here.
All right, before I get that, I wanna access the password. So it has to be each of these 4 numbers, but they can't be repeated in any of the rows or columns. So it's all right.
Got it.
Okay. Because none of them were repeating in those rows and columns, 3, 2, 4, 1. All right, I can't use any of these yet. I don't have a fingerprint sample or a ticket yet. But now let me get that vial and put it in the gas chromatograph. This is almost like Secret of the Scarlet Hand, where we're taking a sample of some kind of chemical and using equipment to analyze it.
I need to figure out which accelerant matches these.
Okay, so whatever this peak is, that's the accelerant that was used to start the fire, but we need some help interpreting that. And at the moment, well, let me listen to the the interviews on the disc here, and then I need to call Carson because he can help us with some of these tasks.
Please state your name for the record.
Nancy Drew.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was locked in the room where the fire started.
What were you doing there?
Someone sent me a note telling me to come here.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
The fire spread through the whole building in a matter of seconds.
What was the color of the smoke?
Black.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
There was a snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Deirdre Shannon, Alexei Markovic, Tony Scolari, and Brenda Carlton.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
It must have been one of the people at the scene of the fire.
State your name for the record.
Deirdre Shannon.
Where were you during the fire?
On the side lawn.
What were you doing in the area at that time?
I was out jogging.
Did you notice anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
The strangest part was that the building was on fire.
What color smoke did you see?
I don't know. Smoke-colored smoke?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Yes. It took a very long time for the fire department to arrive.
Do you really want to start down that path with me, Shannon? Because I don't think you do. Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
No, I don't think I did.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
I thought you had that part all figured out.
Please state your name for the record.
Antonia Scolari,
Where were you when the fire broke out?
on the side lawn.
What were you doing there?
Canvassing the area. It's election season, which reminds me. Let's chat when you're done here.
What was the color of the smoke?
Is this the thing I need to know? Well, couldn't really tell. I can tell you that it did not smell great.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
For an old abandoned town hall, there sure seem to be a lot of folks hanging around.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Yes. Brenda Carlton, Nancy Drew, Alexei, too. And it's not the first time I've seen him creeping around that area.
Did you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
Whoever it was is going to pay. I'll see to it personally.
Oh, I think Brenda's is the longest interview of all these.
State your name for the record.
Brenda Carlton, Heights 9 reporter.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was working that beat, so I was in the neighborhood.
What were you doing there?
Working? I already said that.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
I've covered a lot of fires, and they all look different. I wish I could tell you more. The main takeaway here is that thankfully no one was inside at the time.
What was the color of the smoke?
That I know. It was a nice, thick, almost supple gray. It really popped nicely with the light setup I was using. Usually you see thin black strands that are hard to pick up on camera. This was nice. Really looked sharp.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Yes, Nancy Drew exited the building while it was burning.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Yes, Nancy, of course. The Shannon girl was there. Councilwoman Scolari and Alexi, the owner of the antique store, were there as well.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? Who?
In my line of work, we're not allowed to jump to conclusions. But when Nancy Drew strolled out of a burning building looking guilty, I'd say you've got your answer right there.
State your name for the record.
Alexei Markovich.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was out for a walk in the area.
What made you go for a walk?
It was a nice night. Do I need any more of a reason?
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
Well, the whole thing was strange. That fire shouldn't have taken hold. The sprinkler system should have kicked in and doused it.
What color smoke did you see?
Black.
Did you notice anything
Oh,
else
Alexi
out
was
of
the only one
ordinary?
other person who said the smoke was
entire event
black.
was strange by nature.
Who else did you see at the fire?
I saw some people. I don't know. There was a lot going on. It was hard to focus.
Do you have reason to believe that someone would have started the fire on purpose?
Absolutely not. That building is the heart of this town. There isn't one person in this town cruel or reckless enough to destroy it.
All right, now I'll call Carson.
Nancy, I just got your message. Are you okay?
I'm in jail, so things could be better.
Still?
Still, they're blaming me for the fire at Town Hall.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would they think you'd have anything to do with something like that? Are they treating you okay?
Well, so far.
I'm dropping everything and I'm coming home. Hang tight. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Dad, you don't need to rush home all the way from Australia. I can take care of this myself. I just need a little help.
Nancy, I've always thought you were very responsible, but this is not something you should try to take on yourself.
I certainly won't turn down help.
That's my girl. I've got a lot of favors to call in, so even though I'm far away right now, I'll be able to help. Right now, I'm going to see if I can't get you out of jail. I'm going to make some calls. Keep me updated.
Will do. I need help interpreting some sample data.
All right. What do you need?
I have data from a gas chromatograph, but I don't know what the output means.
I think I may have just the thing you need at the office. I'll have it dropped off to your friends just to be sure it gets to you.
Perfect. I'll have my friends keep an eye out on the fireplace mantle for the delivery. Thanks.
Okay, so that's something I can use later, but it won't come for a while.
What exactly is Alexi's story?
He was just like you, a very popular detective. He used to be known as the Magnificent Markovic.
That's him?
Sure is. Or was, I guess.
No fee too small, no case too big? Huh, I guess I always thought those were just stories.
Who knows how true those stories were? It was a long time ago.
Chief McGinnis let me out of the holding cell.
That's great news.
But I can't go home until I find more conclusive proof that it wasn't me who set the fire.
It's a good start. I'm going to keep working to get you out.
And I'm going to keep working on the case.
Nancy, I know I don't have to remind you of this,
All right.
but be careful.
Now I need to ask him
You could
about
land
the
in
alarm
some serious
system.
hot water if you impede the investigation in any way.
I'll be careful, I promise. I just found out something big about the alarm system. I think I need your help.
I'm at your disposal. What do you need?
I think
I'm at
the
your
alarm was
disposal. I like the
disabled at
sound of
old
that.
Town Hall. I need you to look into it.
Now that is a big break. I think I may know just the person to talk to about that. Give me a call back in a few minutes.
Okay, I can't call him back immediately, so I'm gonna pass the case over to one of Nancy's friends. I think I'll choose Bess.
Hi, Nancy. I need you to take over. I'm on the case.
All right, so two suspects, Tony and Deirdre, are here. I think I'll talk to Tony first.
Well, hey there, kid. How are you holding up?
I'm okay.
Sorry to hear about your friend. Never expected something like that from her. This must have been pretty rough on you.
She didn't do it, really. You've got to believe me.
Yes, I believe you. I believe that's what you think. We never know what someone is capable of until it's too late.
She's innocent. Really innocent. You know it.
All right. I wasn't trying to upset you, Bess, I promise. You're very protective of your friends, and that's a good thing. She's got a lot of evidence stacking up against her right now. You can't deny that.
Are you running for a new term?
Yes,
How's that coming?
it gets harder every election cycle. People will do anything for money or exposure. You have to play hardball to stay alive out there.
I know the case against Nancy looks pretty strong, but I consider you a friend. Maybe you could help?
You're a good friend, Bess. Just make sure you're not sticking your neck out for someone who doesn't deserve your trust.
Where were you during the fire?
I really shouldn't be talking about this. Okay, this off the record?
Yes.
I was out canvassing the area, planting signs, shaking hands, the whole thing, you know? And suddenly, I see smoke and run to check it out. When I get there, the whole town hall is lit up, just like out of Hollywood or something. Unbelievable. That's where my first job was, you know?
You worked in Hollywood? That's awesome.
No, I worked in that building. That was a billion years ago. Oh, would you believe that back then I shared an office with Tommy Lindenson? He's city council upstate now. Such a cutie. Most of the good-looking ones are dumb as a big box of stupid, but not him. I had to keep my eyes on my work when he was around. Listen to me. You don't care about that. The fire. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
I called it in, and then I waited for the fire department to show up. That's the end of that.
Who did you see at the fire?
I saw Nancy, but you knew that. Saw Alexi, too.
Do you think Alexi would have started the fire?
Between you and me, that one's a walking cautionary tale.
What's that mean?
It's not my place to talk about it. Sorry, Bess.
Another order of ice cream?
I was hoping you'd ask.
Yeah, if you get all of the flavors on the menu, the ice cream, the sodas, the shakes, you'll get an award. Ooh, this one looks good. Choco Train. Alright, now I'll talk to Deirdre here.
Hey there. Didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be jailing it up with that firebug friend of yours. Shouldn't you be baking her a cake with a saw in it or something?
Hi, Dee Dee.
Deirdre. I know it's got that tricky second syllable, but I figured it out by age 2. Don't give up. You'll get there.
Sorry. Hi, Deirdre.
Hey now. Someone's getting an A in life.
Is it me?
Is it?
Where were you during the fire?
Are you investigating me? That's so cute. You were just priceless.
I know you don't mean that as a compliment, but I'm taking it.
That's it? No follow-up? What is this? Good cop, no other cop?
You're going to have to tell us what happened eventually.
Or what? You can't make me do or say anything. I know my rights.
What do you think about Tony?
She's got a lot of pull in this town. Who knows what she could be trying to get away with?
Would you say that you hated the old town hall?
You guys just don't stop, do you? I did not start the fire.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Alright. No help there with Deirdre. I'm just going to another place because I'm unable to access the phone with suspects there. So now I'll call Nancy, and I can think of only one person who can actually help out with Deirdre.
What's up?
Ned.
So Deirdre's going to be about as helpful as George at picking out the latest fall fashions. I say we throw Ned at the problem.
You might be right. I'll talk to him.
That's what's vital about getting Ned involved, to pry information out of Deirdre.
I definitely don't trust her, but I don't know what her motive would be for burning down Town Hall.
Do you think Deirdre could really be behind the fire?
We can't discount her. She's been trying to bring me down for years.
I'm passing the case to you. I'll take it from here.
Alright, before I call Ned to help, let me ask what Carson has found out about the alarm system.
Nancy, hi.
Any luck getting me out of jail?
No such luck just yet, but I'm working on getting a ticket home.
You don't need to do that. I'll figure this out.
There's no way I can stay here knowing what you're going through back home. I'm getting a ticket home ASAP. You won't change my mind.
Thanks, Dad.
It's the least I can do. I talked to the chief. He's not going to budge.
Oh, shoot.
But look, you do whatever you need to do until I get back. I trust your judgment. If you run into any trouble with the chief, come to me.
Okay. What do I do if I can't clear my name?
Don't worry about that right now.
It's a little hard not to.
Of course it would
If it comes
be.
to that, you let me worry about the court.
I mean, it would be
proceedings.
hard to not worry, is what I'm saying.
Anything bad happen to you.
I guess I'm lucky that I have a prosecutor for a father.
And I'm lucky to have a daughter who only rarely goes to jail.
Dad?
Okay, I'll upgrade it to almost never. Don't worry, you're not guilty and you've got me in your corner. We'll get through this.
How's Hannah doing?
She's so sorry she couldn't be here for you. She said she's rushing back home. I told her that we'd take care of things, but you know how she is.
So, what did you find out about the alarm system?
You're right, it was switched off. According to my friend at Heights Security, the alarm was disabled on site at 2:17 the afternoon of the fire. I hope that helps.
You bet it does. Thanks. I should get going.
Bye.
All right, now we'll call Ned.
Ned, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not
Okay.
the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
All right, if you ask him, I need you to take over. He's not gonna be able to get anything out of Deirdre because you need to specifically ask him to do
Ned,
so.
I'm going to need your help with something.
You name it.
I need you to help us out with Deirdre.
How
How
so?
so?
You know how she's always flirting with you?
Oh, no, she's not. She's just nice.
Nice,
Right.
yeah, right.
Nice, but only ever to you. Does that sound strange?
No, I'm a very pleasant person.
Ned,
I know you're right. It's just a little weird.
it's a lot weird, but this is a desperate times situation.
What do you need me to do?
Pour on that trademark Nickerson charm. See what info you can pry out of her.
You're sure this is okay with you?
I'm not the jealous type, and also I'm in jail and would like to get out.
Those are solid points. You got it.
All
I
right,
just spoke to my dad. He said the alarm at Town Hall was disabled at 2:17 the day of the fire. Can you check everybody's alibi at that time?
Will do. We'll figure out where everyone was when the alarm was disabled.
all right. And the key thing is to ask any of the characters if they can check everyone's alibi. It doesn't matter who you ask because once you do, then each one of them, Ned, Bess, George, automatically know what to do. But some of these characters can pry information better than others. Like, Bess can get good information from Tony. I mean, better than George and Ned. And only Ned can pry out useful information from Deirdre.
Your turn to take over.
Ned, reporting for duty.
I'll leave most of the conversations with Alexi and Brenda, who I haven't talked to yet, to George. But I'll wait to talk to Brenda. All right, so when I'm not playing as Bess, and here we get to see her for the first time in the game in person. When you're not playing as her, she's sitting outside Scoop, spying, if you will, on Deirdre.
Any big breaks?
We need some info from Tony. Can you take the lead since she likes you?
You got it. Better not do anything interesting when I'm gone.
That's why it's best to have Tony, Bess talk to Tony,
How's the steakhouse?
just like
Pretty
Ned
good.
talking to
Don't think she's on to
Deirdre.
me. On a related note, I have no idea what she's doing.
having
What's
ice
my
cream
screen?
is her cover
No,
for the
idiot. Ice cream is
stakeout.
my cover. But she's been here for like 10 decades. I've already had all of the flavors on the menu.
Oh, Mamma
If this
Mia.
investigation doesn't stop soon, forget the new sundress I got. I won't be able to fit in my house.
I love
Alright,
ice cream
talk to you
as well,
later.
but I don't think I could eat all those flavors on the menu. I don't think there are some I even like.
Ned! How's it
Oh,
going?
now she's a happier,
Deirdre.
more pleasant
I'm fine.
person with Ned.
Certainly is. Are you joining me?
Actually, I just need a little more information from you. Nancy's in trouble.
Sigh. Ned's deferred. That girl doesn't deserve you.
Oh, isn't that
Wow.
cute? Coming up
Because
with a
I'm
little
wonderful, right?
pet name for
You can say
Ned.
that.
Great, because I did.
Can you tell me about Alexi?
What's everyone's deal with him lately? I don't really know much. Apparently, he was accused of some crime when he was younger. No one really trusts him now.
What crime?
I really don't know. Probably something creepy. I mean, he does work in an antique shop.
Could you tell me about what happened at the fire? Please, it's really important.
Nedgar, I've been over this with everyone a million different times. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am actually bored of talking about that fire that I saw.
Please, for me?
Okay, for you. I was out jogging and I saw the fire.
I didn't know you were a jogger.
Yeah, I'm into all of that health stuff.
Oh, and then she takes a sip of her ice cream
So
soda.
then what happened?
Sure, she's
I
into
saw
that
a bunch
health
of
stuff.
smoke. Brenda Carlton was there, and the antiques guy. Nancy, too.
Did you notice anything strange?
That's a negative.
Do you really think that Nancy was behind the fire?
Don't know. But I do know it's looking pretty rough for her right now.
Why were you at town hall at the time of the fire?
I just was.
You must have been there for a reason. What was it?
Fine. Just stop giving me that desperate look. I can't handle it. I was following Nancy.
What?
I thought she was cheating, since you guys were so far ahead. So I followed her and found a note someone left for her. I intercepted it. It had a time and a place, so I went. Nothing happened.
Do you still have the note?
Yes, here.
Did it come in that bag?
Yeah. It was raining pretty hard that night. Whoever left it must have wanted to make sure it wouldn't get ruined.
Thanks. Where were you at 2:17 on the day of the fire?
I was out on the clues challenge, same as you. Don't believe me? Call Jessica, 555-2741, or Holly, 555-6388.
You're pretty competitive when it comes to Nancy.
If you say so.
Are you enjoying seeing her in trouble?
I'll be honest, I'm enjoying it a little.
Why?
She's so perfect at everything. It's like, save a little for the rest of us. My parents are always bugging me. Why aren't you more like that Drew girl? She's in whatever stand, just save the blah 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 from the who cares. It gets old. And anyway, don't you think that I'd like to be all jet set, dashing across the globe and getting curses put on me and meeting cute guys?
That does sound exciting.
Seriously.
What were your friends' numbers again?
Write it down this time. Jessica is at 555-2741. And Holly is at 555-6388.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Actually, I changed my mind. I think I'll have Ned talk to Brenda. I'll leave talking to Alexi up to George for the most part, though.
Hello?
In fact, it has to be Ned or George, because if Bess goes in there at any time in the antique store, she knocks over a vase and is kicked out, so I don't really want that to happen.
Hello.
Will you help us let the town know that Nancy's innocent?
I'm not fully convinced that's true. Plus, that's not how things work.
But she is innocent.
Then why is she in jail?
Because she's been framed.
I've been working the crime beat here for a while, so I
Yeah,
can
Brenda's
see
clearly not
people
interested in
claim
helping
they've been
people.
framed
She's
all
just
of the time. So far, not
just helping
one has
herself.
been able to prove it.
That's why we need your help.
I do the news, not charity.
Yeah, she only wants to
Plus,
help
this is a
herself,
good
not
story.
anyone else.
A heroine falls from grace. A once grateful town turns its back. The final clue is found. Listen to how good that is. I don't even have to try to make the story interesting.
Aren't you worried about seeing justice done?
No, I'm a reporter. If people cared about seeing justice done, I'd report on it. But they don't, so I don't.
Yeah, well, there
Where
are
were you
some
before
people
the
who
fire
care,
started?
Brenda.
Live and on the scene, as usual. I'm pretty sure most of the town saw the broadcast, and this story is on the fast track to national coverage.
Actually, you didn't answer my question.
I'm sorry, I'm working on a lead. I have to work on my notes.
All right, she ended the conversation, but I can still talk to
Hello?
her.
Can you tell me what happened at the fire?
Are you asking me for my statement?
Yes.
I already gave that to the police.
I'd just like to hear it from you. We're asking everyone.
Oh, good luck with that. Now, let's get to brass tacks. What's the real story with Nancy Drew?
She's not guilty.
It's not up to me to decide innocence or guilt. It's up to the public.
Well, it's actually up to the courts.
It's up to the courts.
Officially, that's true. But the court of public opinion makes its verdict before the actual courts can even schedule a hearing. Guess which one matters more?
Were you writing a story about the fire?
Writing? Yes, I was writing a story and broadcasting and webcasting and macro and micro blogging.
I own this story.
Are you going to continue reporting on the fire?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing my job. The fire is the biggest thing to happen here since Old Man Crowley's will was found.
Good. I need your help. I need to know everything you know.
In my line of work, you have to work for the answers. If you want to talk to me, you're going to have to give me some good info about Nancy.
I don't like the sound of that.
As my dad always used to say, what are you gonna do, cry about it? You ready to do this or what?
Yeah, if you say maybe later, you still have to, you have to do this anyway. So if you say maybe later, you're just postponing it, so I'll say sure.
Sure.
All right, do your worst.
Who would want to see the old town hall burned down?
Don't know, don't care. Has Nancy always been interested in starting fires, or is that a recent development?
Actually, you didn't answer my question.
So, you're reluctant to say. Probably not a recent thing then. Tell me about Nancy's dark side.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Nancy. Okay, my turn.
Wait, you didn't let me ask a question.
Yes, I did. You asked me what I was talking about, and I said Nancy. Speaking of Nancy, is it true that she's been known to skirt the law when she's on a case?
No.
So then she just flagrantly breaks the law.
Listen
Good
to her.
know.
She's so
Stop.
good at
That's not what I
misdirecting
said.
and twisting
I don't want to be
information.
interviewed. I just need to find out what's going on with Nancy.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
misdirecting.
right.
I like that
I'll put the
way to
kid gloves
describe what
back
she
on.
does.
Everyone in this town is so shy. I'd kill for a little verbal sparring now and again. You gotta be primed and ready for the big time. And I get nothing here.
So you're looking to move on in your career?
Yep. Believe it or not, this backwater bird doesn't cut it for me.
Yeah, so basically that's the impression she's giving. She's only interested in helping herself to advance her
You didn't treat
career.
us fairly
She's not
in the
interested in
articles you wrote.
helping others.
I'm sorry. Did I change what you said?
No, you took what was said out of context.
It seemed that way, but trust me, it's not what happened. It's common for subjects to be nervous and forget what they've said. You can't blame me for that. You'll get better. Anytime you want to practice, let me know. We could talk about Nancy.
What do you think of Nancy?
On the record or off the record?
Just honestly.
So off the record then. I think she's in big trouble and way, way out of her depth.
And on the record?
Well, gosh, she's just another example of what makes this town so special.
Deirdre said she intercepted a note intended for Nancy.
What do you mean?
She was following Nancy and snagged the note.
So someone was trying to lure Nancy to the fire with a note?
Yes, exactly.
What's to say she didn't write the note herself? I've seen that sort of thing before.
What's to say she did?
Basic logic. I couldn't possibly be guilty. Look at this note that anyone could have written. It's desperate.
Have you turned up anything on Tony?
I'd love to. That's the only thing that can make this story better.
What do you mean?
Tragedy? Government cover-up? Now that's a national story. I would kill for Tony to be wrapped up in this.
Do you think Tony might actually be behind the fire?
My sense tells me no. But my ratings say please, please let it be her.
Why?
She looks all upstanding. But she's on the take. I mean, she just has to be.
What do you know about Tony and the fire?
I've got it on good authority that she was putting the squeeze on the police to take someone into custody. Didn't seem to care who took the fall, as long as it happened fast.
Did she push for Nancy to be arrested?
Doubt she even gave it that much thought. She wanted the fire off her list and in yesterday's headlines on the double.
Bye.
Goodbye.
All right, I want to call Nancy about the note I got from Deirdre. Oh, well, I guess before I do, let me call those girls.
Hello?
Hi, Deirdre Shannon gave me your number.
Oh,
Can I
and
ask you a
notice
quick
that
question?
she's got her avatar is like
Yesterday
that
around
of
2 p.m.
the Avatar program from Shadow at the Water's
Who was
Edge.
there?
Deirdre and Jessica, we were working on the clues challenge.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. You can ask Jessica if you want.
Okay, thanks for your help.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, Deirdre gave me your number. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, and she's got it too, obviously, because
Where were you yesterday around
we never
2
see
p.m.?
these characters. I think they're just giving us these fancy avatars
That's me and
for
Molly.
What about Deirdre?
some picture for them, profile picture, if you
Ended
will.
up coming hours later, as usual.
What do you mean by that?
Don't tell her I said
Just give
that,
them some
but
kind of picture
she's
to
not a very
for their
good member. She never wears
unofficial
such
identification
She's
purposes,
always
if you
running
will.
around, and she'll never say where she's been. I shouldn't have said that. Don't tell her I said that. Oh, I have to go.
I'll let you go.
Bye.
All right. Now I'll call Nancy.
What's up?
Deirdre gave me a note. She said it was just like the one that led you to the fire.
Great. I have some dusting kits in a locked cabinet in my room. I'll put my keys in the Dropbox for you.
All right.
You should take over.
I'm on the case.
Now I'll do just that, and then I'll quickly transfer back to Ned. All right, so the keys are right here. Now I'll just transfer back to Ned.
Hello?
I need you to take over.
Ned, reporting for duty.
All right, now I'll have him drive to the police station, pick up the keys, and with the keys, he'll unlock the cabinet that holds the dusting kits, fingerprint dusting kits. All right, now I'll go to her house. All right, it's right here to the right. Might be essential to look at this book with the chapter on arson. There are terms to know related to arson. I've already mentioned those: point of origin, accelerant, alibi. All right. Now, since I've unlocked this cabinet, it'll remain unlocked. So I'm gonna have Bess and George get fingerprint dusting kits too, but at a later time. Oh, I also wanted to mention, here are some more Cocoa Kringle bars.
Yum.
I think besides the snacks that Hannah sent Nancy, if you have Nancy or some of her friends, any of her friends eat enough chocolate, you can get an award for that. I think doing this or eating Hannah's snacks, those must be from the lifetime supply of Cocoa Kringle bars
This looks
that
like a good place to dust the note.
PG Krollmeister had given her at the end of Trail of the Twister. All right, now I set this down, take the brush, put it in the powder, and that looks like some a print of some kind. So then you take the tape and collect it.
Got it.
It's very little, but it'll be useful for Nancy. So I'm gonna go back to the police station, drop that off, and with the note that Deirdre gave him. Because I think this note from Deirdre could be used on the evidence board for later. All right. Now I'll transfer the case to Nancy.
Hi.
I'm turning the case over to you.
I'll take it from here.
All right, I'll get both of those items from the drop-off. Okay, now that I have this partial fingerprint, what you want to do is put it here in the fingerprint scanner, and then use the program here. And the sample, there is a sample now, just say load sample, and then press the search button to see if there are any matches in the database. Unfortunately, there are no matches. So I am going to need Nancy to call her friends to pick up some fingerprints. And you know what? I think I will pass the case to Bess now.
Hi, Nancy.
I got a partial fingerprint from the note Ned got from Deirdre. If we can get a match against one of the suspects, I might be able to get out. Can you find a way to get prints from everyone?
Yes, we'll get right on it.
I need you to take over.
Bess, reporting for duty.
All right, I will ask Tony for some ice cream
Hello.
and take fingerprints from
Another
that.
Ice cream?
Of course.
All right. Oh, of course, I gotta get the fingerprint kit. All right, while I'm here, I also want to look at this. And whichever character you pick, it's important to look at this article about Antiquities exhibit. Oh, Bess and George that's what George looks like in this game. Funny thing is, she's supposed to be here at the house, but she's not here while playing as Bess. That must have been them at Shadow Ranch. Okay, gotta get a fingerprint dusting kit. Now I'll ask Tony for some ice cream and take a fingerprint sample.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?
But at the moment,
Can you tell me where you were at 217 on the day of the fire?
Here.
but she closed the shop. That's what the newspaper article
Why
said.
did you close the shop yesterday?
Oh, Bess. It's not good. It's just me. I had to let the staff go.
I'm sure it'll pick up.
Thanks, Bess. I hope you're right.
All right, before I forget,
Another order of ice cream?
get some ice cream.
Sure. Time to find some fingerprints.
All right, do just what I did as Ned on the note. Put it in the dust. There's a print right there
Oh, yeah.
on the tape, and I'll be sure to drop that off at the station.
Hello, how can I help you?
Let me ask about
Do you
this.
know anything about Brenda and Nancy?
I don't have to tell you, there's a lot of animosity on Brenda's end. Between you and me, Brenda's still furious about the antiquities of the
That's what that
ancient world
article was
special.
about, the Antiquities
traveling
exhibit.
that Nancy found out was full of fakes?
That's the one. Brenda broke the story herself. Word is, she had negotiated a special with one of the cable channels. But when Nancy broke the story, the cable people killed her special. Brenda went full out ballistic when she heard. I don't know if this is true or not. They say one of the Heights 9 news interns went home that day with a broken arm.
What?
That's the rumor. One thing I know, she hates Nancy. Big time.
Well, so we've got enough to pin on her as a great suspect.
What do you know about Nancy Drew's arrest?
It's sad for her and for this town. A lot of people put their faith and trust in Nancy. And she's really let a lot of people down.
But she didn't do anything.
It's not up to me to decide that. I just know what I've seen. I know that the police force here doesn't take anything lightly. If they've made a decision, I have to stand by it. Oh, excuse me, I have to go get this delivery.
All right, now that she has to get that delivery, I can get behind the counter to look for clues.
Why would Tony have these?
I'll take those to the police station. Hey,
This is
a
just like
snowflake-shaped
what Nancy
ice
saw
cube
in the
tray. Yep, just like what Nancy saw. So that key is to this closet. Oh, and while I'm on my searching as the characters,
That's one of the accelerants.
it can be vital to look where suspects have potential accelerants.
I need to find the right tools to open this lock.
Well, Nancy has one. Let me see if I can ask her. Or Nancy will say she can give it to me. Let me drop off these goods here at the station. Then I'll transfer the case to Nancy.
Hi,
I need help opening a locked file cabinet at Scoop.
I've got my lock-picking kit here. I'll leave it in the drop box for you.
We found Tulane in Tony's store.
Excellent work. Tony is starting to look like a promising suspect.
You take the lead now.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
All right. So I will drop off the lock-picking kit now, and then I'll transfer immediately back to Bess and take these items. All right.
Nancy,
I need you to take over.
Time to help Nancy.
All right, I'm back at Scoop already. Well, all right, but I want to make sure before I go to Scoop and deal with that, there is a clue to how to use this lockpicking kit in Nancy's room. All right, it's up here in her room. As I said, it's in this drawer. What these are codes for using the lockpicking kit to opening different different kinds of locked objects. These asterisks in these words are vowels. So that says luggage lock, school locker, bike lock. And I can't, at the moment I'm not going to interpret these, but this is the one I need. That says file cabinet, and what it's saying, the clue is to use the colored lockpicks every second letter, and what these colored corners are showing where each of the colored picks need to be. So blue in the left upper right, up the upper left, green in the upper right, yellow in the bottom right, and red in the bottom left. And so it's saying every second letter, starting with red, then to yellow, to blue, green, etc., until you come to the end here with blue, because after the second, every second one, that's what it's saying, every second one letter of, as in letter indicating the color. It's the first letter of the colors. So it has to end with blue, because then the second letter following that is red, where you're back at the start. So now I have to get back to Tony's and open up the file cabinet. I didn't want to do it right then and there, even if I had the lock-picking kit, because if Tony catches Bess, then it's game over. However, I used up that one chance to distract her to get behind the counter. So to get rid of her a second time, you have to play this game Swap a Lot until you hear the delivery horn honk, and then she'll leave again. So let me just play this until that happens. All right, so what you do for this game, and it's not pivotal to completing the game, you just need it for that purpose to get rid of Tony, is that you switch to spell out the sentence here. You have to switch between the letters of each column, just like you did to crack that code to crack the code in the captive curse. And what these, I think most, if not all these sentences are, they're lines of dialogue spoken by other characters from past games. I'm not going to work to finish this. I want to wait till the delivery horn honks, and that means Tony's left. There we go. All right, now I'll go back there, but I gotta hurry before she does come back. All right, no problem.
Lockpicking kit will help. It's locked. Huh. I sound just like
All right, so yellow goes down here.
Can't see inside. Need to figure out how to crack this.
All right, it's fine since I already read it. All right, every second one. So I start from red, and this is according to the book in Nancy's room. Red, going that circle. I don't have it here with me, but I remember what it is with my notes. Yeah, so red, yellow, blue, green, 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 blue, red, yellow, red, blue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's Tony doing with town hall plans? We should make sure Nancy knows about this.
Okay, but I better hurry before she catches me.
I can't believe that this is what Tony thinks of Nancy.
All right. Did I look at everything? Okay. All right. Just got to get out of there before she comes back. And since Tony's still not here, I'll go ahead and transfer the case to Nancy. And I need to have her other friends get fingerprints.
Hi.
It looks like Tony was holding a major grudge against you.
I figured as much. She's never been exactly friendly. Once I get out of here, I'm going to see how serious this grudge is.
We found some of Tony's files. I think she wanted to develop the town hall site.
So there's a chance that she could have wanted the town hall to burn down. I'm going to see if my dad can help us out with this.
I'm passing the case to you.
I'm on the case.
All right. I don't think I have anything in the drop-off now. Okay, good. Now I'll transfer the case to George because I wanted to get fingerprints from Alexi. But I gotta have her go get a fingerprint dusting kit as well.
I need you to take over.
George, reporting for duty.
All right. Let's have her go to Nancy's. And get the last fingerprint dusting kit. Ned's gonna have to get Deirdre's fingerprint, but only him. I'll have to wait till after I get these two. Brenda's I have to get last, after I get the other three characters. All right, I still need to ask Alexi about his alibi as well, regarding 217. And before I do that, there's a paper article I want to read here, because that'll be part of it. I mean, you know, cementing his alibi, if you want to call it that.
Greetings.
Have you met Deirdre?
Don't know her. Know the family enough to know that I've got no interest in meeting her.
Why is that?
Her parents are dull and unimaginative. They only care about money. What are the chances that they're going to have a non-tedious, non-awful daughter?
Where were you before you saw the fire? At around 2 p.m.
I was going to talk over at the River Heights Historical Society.
What was the talk about?
We were talking about the time capsule. Not that that matters now that it's been burned to a crisp. It was due to be opened at the Anvil Days Festival. You should know this. The winner of the Clues Challenge gets to add something of their own when it's resealed.
The talk you said you were giving at the Historical Society.
Yeah, just like I said at the beginning,
canceled.
they're about to unearth
It
the time
never
capsule, and
happened.
then it'll be
Where were you really?
buried again.
It was not canceled.
The winner of the Clues Challenge gets to put their own personal choice of
That's
items
not what I heard.
or item.
What you heard was wrong. So why don't you just butt out?
So I made sure to mention that at the beginning about the time capsule, because now Alexi brought it up. Otherwise, it would have been easy for me to miss. But yeah, the leader of the winning team for the Clues Challenge gets to put an item of their choice in the capsule for when it's buried again.
What do you know about Brenda?
The reporter? She was in here pestering me earlier today, too. Are you all taking turns or something? Send the
Just
next
trying to
guy
help
a sandwich,
Nancy.
would you?
Sheesh.
What did Brenda ask while she was here?
I don't like it when people ask me questions. Right now, you are pestering me with questions about previous questions that I was pestered with earlier. It's just recursive and rude, and now I have a headache.
Why were you really at the Old Town Hall?
I wasn't. I was just passing by.
We have evidence that you were there. What were you doing?
I was trying to open the time capsule.
Why?
That's none of your business. I didn't start the fire.
I don't have to put up with this harassment.
What do you know about Tony?
Well, she's on the city council, so she's either corrupt or deeply immersed in the corrupting process.
Not everyone in politics is corrupt.
Seriously? Where is your youthful cynicism? Yes, all politicians are corrupt.
Why do you distrust politicians?
Because they don't care about people like you and me. When they're running for office, we're just votes to buy. Once they're elected, we're just collateral damage for whatever or whomever's buying them off.
You're not a very chipper person. Why's that?
I once was.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of fun in life. I had friends. I met the girl I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay, then what happened?
What do you care? You some sort of tourist in other people's misery?
No, it's just, this shop is pretty cool. It seems like you'd be happy to run something like this instead of grumpy.
You'd think that. I was happy. But one time, just once, I tried to speak truth to power. And man, if I didn't pay the price.
What does that mean?
It means my life has been a cruel joke. Try as you might, it's hard not to let that influence your general mood.
What happened to end your career?
Well, when you make it your business to tell the truth, you make a lot of people mad. That's what happened to me. I was 20. I'd been around the block a few times, been working my own cases for 10 years at that point. I'd seen it all.
Oh, so he really was a kid
Knocked down,
detective.
boxed, cursed, locked up in a trunk, you name it. But I always nabbed the baddies. Always. That is until I turned in J.P. Bennington for cheating his way into City Hall. The Bennington family was very powerful in those days. Still is. In fact, Tony's brother-in-law is a Bennington.
What happened?
He accused me of stealing one of his father's priceless antiques, this ancient magnifying glass that was supposedly used in the drafting of the town charter. Supposedly belonged to one of the town's founding fathers.
Why didn't you just say you were innocent?
Ooh, that's a really good idea. I did. In hundreds of ways, to anyone who would listen. It didn't matter.
That's not fair.
No, it isn't. My life was just beginning. Then in a blink, I was cut off at the knees. No one trusted me, no more cases. I lost everything. I wanted to see the world. I was going to. Then, just like that, he took that from me. Now I try to bring a little of the world to me when I can. But look around. This isn't enough.
What happened to Bennington?
He slandered me in the press, and people forgot about how crooked he was. He got into City Hall. His career took off. He became a judge and moved on to the big time. Bye-bye, River Heights.
All right, here's the question I can ask him to get him to leave so I can dust for fingerprints and look in his chest. This is also why I have to play as George, because I have already have the key
I'm
to
looking
his
for a gift for my
chest
uncle.
or
He's
trunk,
a real
whatever it is.
train buff. Can you help me find something special for him?
Now that's a question I like. You got it. I'm gonna go see what I got in the back. Just hold on.
All right. I don't see anything in the way of prints.
No prints. Alexi must have polished them off.
No worries, just use this.
All right, I did it.
All right, now gotta hurry. Just like if Tony catches Bess or whoever he's using the lockpicking cabinet, it's game over. So I gotta hurry.
Empty. What would Alexi want with an empty bottle of ether?
Huh, are these his cases? Here's the article saying he was found guilty. All right. I want to ask him about the bottle of ether, but if I just stepped out, he wouldn't be back yet, so I'll just zoom out there and zoom back in, and he should be back by now. And then I'll drop them off at the police station.
Salutations.
Can you help me find a gift for my friend? If you say that, that's another sentence that'll make him go in the back. But I've looked at all that I need to, so I don't need to distract him any longer.
Why do you have ether? Couldn't something like that be used to start a fire?
Could, in theory. But if that was real,
And same
it would
with
have
this, any
probably
antique
evaporated
radios.
or exploded
Asking
by
him
now.
about what he's selling is what will send him out of the room. But I don't need to do that
I
anymore.
heard that Carson Drew worked on the team that prosecuted your case.
He did.
Are you trying to get back at Carson by framing Nancy?
If I had a problem with Carson, I'd go after Carson, not Nancy.
Do you think anyone will ever believe your side of things?
My parents, they would say, Alexi, do not worry. The truth will one day make itself known. But in my life, all evidence points to the contrary.
Did you know that Carson took classes from J.P. Bennington?
Yes, I did. He was quite the teacher's pet, from what I understand.
What kind of cases did you take on when you were a detective?
No case too big.
No fee too small.
I used to say. I worked a lot of cases. I know it's silly. I do miss it. I used to be Magnificent Markovic, kid detective. That wasn't my nickname, that was who I was. When it was gone, I was just Alexi. Whoever that is.
See you later.
Good day.
All right. So I'll take these to the police station and then call Nancy to transfer the case to her and have her call Ned to distract Deirdre and get her fingerprint.
Hi.
Alexi lied about his alibi.
That means he's a priority suspect. Keep a close eye on him and try to figure out what he would gain by burning down Town Hall.
How are you holding up?
It's not great in here, but I suppose it could be worse. If it weren't for you, this would be the worst experience of my entire life. And I get knocked unconscious and thrown into a dungeon every other week.
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Oh, I forgot to tell her about the ether. Let me do that.
Hi. It's your turn to take the case.
George, reporting for duty.
Now I'll just call back.
Hi.
We found ether at Alexi's shop.
Really? That seems out of place at an antique shop. It's on the list of commonly used accelerants for buyers. Good find.
I'm turning the case over to you.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Now I'll call Ned.
Hello?
Ned, we need to get Deirdre's fingerprint. See if you can distract her.
Distract her?
Maybe invite her out on a date. Anything so that we can get her fingerprint.
Can do.
I need you to take over.
Ned, reporting for duty.
Hey,
How do I know you didn't forge the note you gave me?
forge the note? Is forgery even a thing people do anymore?
Yeah.
Yes, it happens all the time.
That's stupid. I would have just typed it up, printed it out, cut out the middleman.
What do you think of Brenda?
Seeing her makes me want to invest in hair salons and plastic surgery.
You don't seem like a fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of the whole Heights 9 news team. When news breaks, who will be boring about it? Ugh, I just sort of hate her.
Why?
She's just always so chipper. I hate it. Write down in your notebook that I hate that.
Any other reason?
My dad made her hit list a year back. She just makes stuff up. She dresses up and does hidden camera stings in these ridiculous outfits. Hey, didn't she dress up as Nancy once?
I don't know.
That's not normal behavior there.
It seems like your friends aren't as confident about where you were as you seem to think they'd be.
Between you and me, they're kind of dumb.
That's not a very nice thing to say about your friends.
You talk to them or something, right? I'm not wrong. Anyway, we're not for real friends. They're still in the 90-day trial period.
Oh, so there's a trial period for friends?
Packaging at any time.
I was wondering if you...
Yes?
Maybe we could go grab some food together.
Yes, I would like that. I can't go out like this. I'm going to have to go get ready.
But you're out already.
Oh, Nedwin, I know you're used to spending time with
another
Nancy
pet
Drew,
name.
but not all girls are like that. Some of us find better ways to spend our time than playing detective.
Okay. All right, now Get her fingerprint.
Got it. I see why Nancy likes this sort of thing.
All right. Drop that off.
Hi,
You should take over.
Nancy Drew, taking over.
Now I will pass the case to Bess.
Nancy, what's up? I'm passing the case to you, Bess. Time to help Nancy.
So I talked to Brenda as Ned beforehand, but since I got the information about the antiquities exhibit from Tony while playing as Bess, I'm gonna go talk to Brenda about that playing as Bess.
Hi.
Why were you at the antique store?
Trying to get some background on Alexei. Didn't go all that well.
Why not?
He's not a fan of the media, and he's cranky and he's old, and I broke one of his things on accident, and he would not let it go.
I understand that you were upset that Nancy ruined your big story about the antiquities of the ancient world show.
Yes, I was, but that's the business. I lose stories constantly. There's no such thing as a solid story until it hits the airwaves, and even then...
Wouldn't you want to get back at Nancy after she ruined your big debut?
I did. And then I got over it. Do you have any
sure you
clue how
did.
busy I am? I don't even have the energy to hold a grudge, and if I did, I'd never have time to do anything about it.
You've impersonated Nancy in the past, haven't you?
Possibly. I've done some crazy things to get a story. It's part of the job.
How crazy?
I can't give away my methods. A lot of what I do is setting up a trap and seeing if anyone falls for it. And when they do, wham! See you at 11 because you just got 9'd.
That's not exactly news.
Nope, it's better. It's actually interesting.
Is there a way I could get in touch with you later?
Good question. Why don't you take one of my
All right.
cards? My phone's always off when I'm on scene, but I check my messages constantly. I'll call back if it's important. If you want to talk about Nancy, off the record even, I'm always there for you. Catch you later. Drop by if you've got any hot tips.
All right. So I have to call her number to distract her and get her out of her van and get her fingerprint.
You have reached the Heights 9 Action News Tip line for Brenda Carlton. Please speak clearly when prompted. To report breaking news in the North River Heights area, say yes. Otherwise, say no.
Yes.
You have indicated a breaking news story in the North River Heights area. Brenda Carlton will be notified directly. Goodbye.
All right, so I'll take a fingerprint here on her mic.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also one other thing for me to look at here in her makeup kit.
That could definitely start.
There's acetone in here. Oh, and you can get an Easter egg if you open and close this a few times. There it is. All right. Before I drop this off at the police station, I'm going to talk to Tony about what I found in her cabinet within her closet. Oh, Deirdre's back.
Hello.
Why do you have paint supplies here?
It is a never-ending battle to keep this place up. I get a lot of traffic in this shop, and I am constantly fussing and fixing up this place. It never ends.
What's the story with the snowflake ice cubes?
They're the cutest. Deirdre sent me to the novelty shop, and when I saw them, I just about died. I said, Tony, you get those and you put them in your shop. Don't think twice.
Can you get them in any other shops around here?
Nope. Only right here.
Well, that means The arsonist got them at the novelty
I
shop.
thought you'd be a little more concerned about Nancy's arrest.
I know this is hard for you. I do. You brighten up my shop when you drop in, Bess. I hate to see you so upset. Of course I care, but what can I do?
Do you know much about Alexi's past?
I do.
I think he used to be a detective like Nancy.
Wow. He's usually pretty secretive about that. Did he mention that he let the power go to his head and stole from the people he was supposed to be helping? The town turned on him. He lost all his friends, and even his family practically disowned him.
He says he was framed.
In all this time, he's never proven his innocence. He must have been quite the detective.
He still seems upset about it.
Very upset. Very bitter about the whole thing. Did you know he's been jealous of Nancy all these years? She got what he wanted, and he hates it.
Do you think Alexi's the type to try to frame Nancy?
He might be. I wouldn't rule that out.
Is the town hall on the Historical Society's list of protected properties?
Of course. That building is very important to this town.
So that means that no one could knock it down to build something newer, right?
Well, that's the gist of it.
You're fighting a lawsuit about the land the old town hall stands on.
Yes, I'm in government. You want a full list of the suits I'm dealing with? Grab a notebook and clear your calendar for the rest of the week.
What was going to happen with the old town hall?
There is a proposed land use issue at the moment. We were thinking of dismantling the structure and replacing it with something more relevant to the city. It's nothing to get excited about. These things take years.
You wanted the building to burn down so you could sell the land, didn't you?
If I were you, I'd cool it. Understand me?
Okay.
Catch you later.
Goodbye.
All right, now I'll go to the police station, drop off the print. Pass the case to Nancy.
What's up?
You take the lead now.
I'm on the case.
So now I have all the fingerprints, but there's one last thing, or major thing I need from Ned regarding Deirdre.
Hello?
Ned, I need your Ned's-pertise.
I see what you did there. This is about Deirdre, isn't it?
Yes, we need to distract her. You have to ask her out on a date.
I have to what?
Just take her out for lunch. Stall her for a while.
But what if people see us? I'll get a reputation.
Ned.
Okay, I'll do it. It's weird, but I'll do it.
Thanks. Your turn to take over.
Time to help Nancy.
All right, go back to Scoop.
What's the deal? I waited for you for an hour.
I'm sorry, I ran into traffic.
All right. Fine. Don't let it happen again.
Do you visit the novelty shop often?
Sure. I love that place. I demanded that Tony go there, and now she's super into it too.
Why do you go to the novelty shop so often?
We've been having a lot of house parties lately, so I go a lot. You know, it's a shame that you never come to our parties.
I've never been invited.
Consider yourself perpetually invited.
Isn't that exactly the same thing you were wearing before you got changed?
No, it's completely different.
What is it, an identical
I can't believe
outfit?
you didn't even notice.
I was wondering if you could go grab some food together.
Yes, I would like that.
Were you able to distract Deirdre?
All right.
Yes.
Great. I'll call Bess or George to go see if she's left anything behind.
All right, I'll call Bess since she's right in that area.
Nancy, what's up?
Ned's got Deirdre distracted. Can you see if she's left anything behind? Drop off anything you find at the station.
You got it.
I'm passing the case to you, Bess.
Time to help Nancy.
All right.
This is from before the fire yesterday. We need to get this to Nancy.
All right. Take it to the police station.
take the lead now.
I'm on the case.
All right. And I'll make one more transfer to George. I want to see if that information about interpreting accelerants has come to the house yet. Because I need to identify the accelerant that was used to start the fire.
What's up? Your turn to take over.
George, reporting for duty.
So I'll go to Nancy's house. Set on the fireplace mantle. There it
What
is.
Nancy's dad was getting for her.
All right. I'll drop it off at the police station. Oh, that must be Togo's bed right there. Wish we actually could see Togo himself. All right, now I'll pass the case to Nancy. And before I forget, I want to have Nancy call her father one more time.
Hi.
I'm turning the case over to you.
I'll take it from here. I need to check this against the chromatogram results.
All right.
Which accelerant was used?
I know which one it is, but I'll humor you guys and click on all the incorrect ones before I click on the right one.
That's not it.
Nope, because it has to be matching that. 45 at 100.
Don't think so. Nope. Nope. Nope.
It's isopropyl alcohol.
The fire was started with isopropyl alcohol, not gasoline. Adding this to the evidence against me will help prove I didn't start the fire.
All right, now I'll go over, well, I want to look at Deirdre's ticket. Let's see. All right, against the, look into the ticket shark. All right, so that's, RH627E401. So I have to put in here, RH obviously means River Heights. Ticket found.
Power ballads, the #1 cause of running red lights. Wait a second. This puts her at town hall right when the alarm was switched off.
Interesting. Now I'll go to the evidence board. I think I might have everything. Or not. Oh, of course. Well, I have everything I need. She'll say so when I do, but I need to check, of course, the fingerprints. All right, now I've got everybody's fingerprints, so I have to pick this up, compare. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it's supposed to be down here somewhere.
It's Brenda.
So Brenda left the note.
This is
Now I have everything I need because I had to look at the fingerprints first.
I'll be all set.
All right, I know where everything goes. All right, that's everything. So now I'll press the button.
Can you take a look at this?
Be right there for an evidence check. Looks solid. Looks like you just got yourself a get-out-of-jail-free card.
All right, now Nancy's free to go.
Yes, I'm out.
All right. Now I'll go ahead and speak to everyone. I'll go to the house first and see if George is still there now that she's done her part. Okay, now I finally get to see George.
Nancy, you're out. I was so worried. You have no idea.
Thank you for your help. You guys are the best friends in the world.
We're not out of the woods.
Yeah, but the case isn't over yet.
So, how's the case coming?
Okay. Much better now that you're out. We're a team, but I still like it when you lead the way.
So, how did Ned do with Deirdre?
I have never seen him so stressed out. In any other case, it would have been funny. I sort of feel bad for Deirdre. Only sorta. I don't want to get a reputation here as a softie.
Did you find out anything else about Alexi's detective past?
Not much. I asked around a little. He solved a lot of tough cases. It's not fair that the town just turned its back on him.
What if he was really framed?
Then we'll take that case next. See you later. Catch you later.
All right, and I want to make sure I read the article about the antiquities exhibit. You know, now that I'm playing as Nancy. And let me call Carson again.
Hello?
We found a list that Tony's been keeping. She thinks I make city council look bad when I crack a case.
Well, you do.
Dad!
But that's their fault, not yours. Keep an eye on Tony. I've never trusted her.
Do you remember Alexei Markovic? He was one of your first cases.
That was a
I asked
long
him
time
about
ago.
Lexi beforehand at the beginning.
The case wasn't that simple.
Why not?
There was a lot of evidence stacked up against him. As a prosecutor, I couldn't just ignore it.
I know that, but did you think he was guilty?
It didn't matter what I thought. I could tell from the start that the jury wanted him locked up. It was a very strange case. I mentioned it to the judge, and he told me that I was too new to the courtroom to make that kind of judgment. I believed him.
And now?
Now, I don't know. I wish I had listened to my instincts back then. From that day forward, Alexei went on to be an honest member of the community. And the Bennington family went on to cause no end of scandal. That right there speaks volumes.
Do you know anything about Tony's development deals?
Offhand, not much. What do you need?
My friends found some paperwork of Tony's. It's starting to look like she might stand to profit from Town Hall being demolished.
Let me look into that. Give me a call back in a bit.
Yeah, so that's why I think I'll go to Scoop and talk to Tony.
Hi, Nancy.
Can I get you some ice cream?
No, never again.
Am I missing something? I thought you love ice cream.
Loved ice cream.
But then I had bowl after bowl trying to keep my cover, and then my brain froze permanently. I'm so cold, Nancy. If I don't make it, tell my parents I died of ice cream poisoning.
Died of ice cream poisoning.
I won't give you ice cream.
Good. When this is all over, I could go for a room temperature snack, and then a warm snack, and then something hot. Baby steps.
I'll let you go.
Talk to you later.
All right, now
Look what the cat dragged out of the jail.
Good to see you were so concerned.
Oh, I'm sorry if I was misleading. I wasn't concerned.
I want to know what you were doing at the fire. Why were you there?
Look, I don't care about the stupid clues challenge. I really don't. The only reason I was in it was because my dad never shuts up about how I need to be active in the community and blah.
Then why were you following me?
I assumed you were cheating.
Why would you assume that?
Because I was cheating. I thought we were all cheating. That's why I thought it would be fun to catch you in the act. But instead, you did something super crazy, which I did not anticipate.
I didn't set the building on fire.
That's cool. Just so you know, you do a pretty great impression of someone who has recently burned down a building for no reason.
Why are you hanging out here today?
Can you tell your friend to stop spying on me? It's distracting. I'm not spying on you. The fact that you responded proves my point.
Oh,
Shoot.
thanks for being so helpful, giving Ned all the information.
Just looking out for my number one buddy.
Right.
Right.
Your boyfriend's cute, and you were in the clink. I think I'm blameless here.
Well, I think.
Relax, Nancy. I'm not one of those girls. I was just window shopping. Anyone can tell he's not going to budge on the you situation. It was just nice to spend a little time with him instead of the idiot boys on campus. I swear, you think they're gonna get more mature in college, but they just head the other direction.
I'll let you go.
See ya!
Nancy, happy to see that you're doing all right. Just so you know, I've been pulling for you this whole time.
Sure.
That's not what I heard.
Well, you know what they say. Don't believe half of what you read and anything you hear.
Including now?
I see that your reputation is well deserved. What do you want?
Tell me about the fire. What were you doing?
I've been over this with enough people already. I was out, I saw smoke, I made a call.
Did you put pressure on the police to arrest someone?
Yes, of course I did.
You did?
I didn't tell them who to arrest. I just told them to do their jobs.
Aren't you worried that you pressured the police into making unnecessary assumptions?
You would have done the same thing. You know it's harder than you think to run a town. If someone has to take the fall for the common good once in a while, so be it.
That's not very fair.
Fairness is a luxury in government. It's sad, but it's true.
See you later.
Goodbye.
All right, now we'll go over to the antiques store to talk to Alexi, then Brenda.
Look who's out! Glad to see that you could get them to see sense. Do you need anything? If you need anything.
Thanks. I didn't know you were following my case.
Couldn't help. Small town. I want you to know that I didn't doubt you, not for a second.
That means a lot.
Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to be in your shoes. It's the worst feeling you can have. You know, your friends really worked hard to get you out.
I know.
I should have worked harder myself. It's probably too late, but anything I can do to help you, anything you need to know, I'm your guy.
What do you know about Tony?
She railroaded you. Practically dropped the police at your door. Either she just hates you, or she's up to something that only you could crack.
Why did you give up on being a detective?
It wasn't a choice. The cases stopped coming.
Can you tell me anything about the fire? Anything at all?
You know, I wish that I could. I already told everything I know. Except...
Except what?
Okay, I went in.
You what?
I went into the building. I saw you come running out. You looked scared. I just knew it wasn't you who set the fire. And the reporter was just standing there, like she was waiting for you to come out. It wasn't right.
Why didn't you say anything?
It wouldn't have mattered. No one listens to me or trusts me.
Will you testify
Will
to
you
that?
testify to that?
Yes, but it's not enough. You need more evidence.
Why did you go into the town hall when it was burning?
The time capsule. Bennington told me he'd put the magnifying glass somewhere I wouldn't find it for years and years. I always assumed he meant in the time capsule. I was just hoping to finally be able to say, see, I didn't do anything. But I guess it's gone now.
Why did you become a detective in the first place?
I was pretty young at the time, and back then my parents owned a shop, much like this one. I wasn't much into the news then, but I knew in those days people didn't much like immigrant families like ours. One night, someone threw rocks through the plate glass window, completely shattering it. My parents were very upset, but they were afraid to go to the police. It wasn't done where we were from. So I took it upon myself to catch the culprit.
Did you?
Never did. But that's when I learned that even a small, nice-looking town has its secrets. I decided I wasn't going to put up with secrets anymore.
I'll let you go.
Until next time.
Nancy,
How are you adjusting to life on the outside?
Fine, thank you. I'm not in the mood to do an interview.
That's okay. Everything you say will be off the record.
You're still holding your
You're
mic.
still holding your microphone.
Sorry. Habit.
Still holding it.
All right. You're good. Word of warning, I will get the exclusive. I always do.
Why wasn't your van at the fire?
It was. I just came separately. I share the van with other reporters sometimes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your van?
I never pictured myself as the kind of person to drive around in a van. But I have to admit, this one is pretty cool.
Why is that?
First thing, it's less of a van and more of a mobile action center. I spend more time in here prepping stories than I do at home.
Why are you playing me up as the villain in the media?
I'm just doing my job. I'm letting the world know about all of the suspicious things you've done.
You should be reporting on the truth, not trying to grab a better job. My life is at stake.
Mine too. And anyway, what good does telling the truth do if no one can hear you?
Do you mind if I look around in the van?
Yes, for a variety of reasons, Nancy. First, it's mine, so no. Second, I have dirt on everyone in this town in here. And as a journalist, it's my ethical duty to make sure that all of the embarrassing footage I've got stays private until such a time that it is fit for broadcast.
Like blackmail?
You mean like blackmail?
No. No! Is that what you think of me? It's not blackmail, it's fact-checking. I have to balance the individual's right to privacy with the public's need to know.
You didn't exactly extend that courtesy to me.
Didn't I? I think the public needs to know everything it can about the alleged criminal activities of the local self-appointed do-gooder.
Is there a way I could get in touch with you later?
Good question. Why don't you take one of my cards?
Is this your cell phone number?
Yes.
You have the reputation of being the first on the scene. How do you do that?
When news breaks, I get there first.
Yes, I've seen the ad. I mean, how do you make it to the scene first?
It's a secret of the trade.
You were at the scene of the fire so fast. How did you manage that?
It's my job to be ready at a second's notice. Some people think I'm just lucky. I prefer to think I'm just that good.
See you later.
Bye.
All right, so again, now as Nancy, I'll call her number to get rid of her and look around in the van.
You have reached the Heights 9 Action News Tip line for Brenda Carlton. Please speak clearly when prompted. To report breaking news in the North River Heights area, say yes. Otherwise, say no.
Yes.
You have indicated a breaking news story in the North River Heights area. Brenda Carlton will be notified directly. Goodbye.
Okay, she should be gone now. Hey, what's this? Isopropyl alcohol?
It looks like this is for cleaning the equipment. But if she has more... How could Brenda have possibly made it to all of those interviews so quickly? It doesn't make sense.
Yes. Well, that key opens up this little compartment right here. So she's still livid over her antiquities story being pulled from broadcast. Let me watch this.
You're Bess Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant.
Yes.
Did she tell you about her plans to burn down Town Hall?
No, she didn't. I mean, she didn't burn anything.
It must have come as a shock to discover what your friend had done.
But she didn't.
It's natural to be in denial. You just want the best for your friend, yes?
Of course.
Who else would she have told her plans to?
No one?
Has she always been secretive like that?
No.
So just recently?
That's not what I meant.
Does she have any enemies?
Well, she solves crimes, so there might be some hard feelings from the people she's gotten in trouble.
She solves crimes, so she must be pretty familiar with how criminals cover up their tracks.
Yeah, she knows all of the tricks. Wait, what are you getting at?
If anyone could get away with the perfect crime, it'd be Nancy, right?
I don't know about that.
So you think there's potential she won't get away
Still
with burning
misdirecting
down
and
Town Hall.
twisting
That's not what I said
information.
at all. So you do think she'll get away with it?
She didn't do it. She's not guilty.
I can see that this is very emotional for you. Thank you for your time. We'll continue to follow the story as it develops.
You didn't. You took what I said and screwed it all up.
Oh no, Bess. You did great. I know it's upsetting, but really well done.
I want to go again.
Great. I'll find you as details develop.
Oh, Bess. Wait, what's Deirdre doing back there? I should try modifying the settings of the other tracks to enhance the background track and hear what she was saying.
Yeah, so these have
That's
to...
Marvin, Nancy's closest
All right,
friend
these
and
have...
confidant. Did she tell you?
All right, so these have to be adjusted. Once they... And so these along with these, once in each colored column, once each one of them is turned green, it's what it needs to be.
Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest. Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant. Your best Marvin, Nancy's closest friend and confidant. Did she tell you about her plans?
That's it.
All right.
Only 4 more tracks to go.
All right, so when they turn green, it's what they need to be. I don't need to move them, right? And I can't. All right, that's good. Okay. And one more. All right, now I play this and I'll hear just Deirdre talking.
I don't see anything. I saw her come through this way. It's gotta be here. Maybe it was destroyed in the fire. I'm not imagining things. I know what I saw. Oh. I can't assume that. It's not here, okay?
That's not what I know.
No, I'll find it. I'll find it.
Deirdre thought she was following me. Who was she really following?
Let me call Carson back to see if he's gotten anything about Tony.
Nancy, hi.
Have you found out anything about Tony and the town hall deal?
Nothing concrete.
So you did find out something.
Nancy, promise me you're not going to take what I'm about to say as proof that she's some grand mastermind.
I love when you give me a disclaimer. That means you've got something good, doesn't it?
According to a friend of a friend, she's the majority shareholder in the Heights development.
Meaning?
Meaning if something were to happen to free up that land, say a fire, for example, she stands to profit.
How much?
Let's just say enough.
I knew it.
This isn't proof, Nancy. It's motive.
Yeah, motive, but not proof.
Unless you're 100% sure that it's her, take caution.
Don't I always?
No. Rarely, never is more like it. I hope that helped.
Of course. Alexi's been pretty helpful. Do you think I should trust him?
He's got every right to be mad at me. But if anyone knows what you're going through right now, it'd be him. I always say you should trust your instincts. But if it were me, I'd listen to what he says.
I should get going.
Bye.
All right, now I'm gonna talk to everyone, go to Scoop, talk to everyone, then come back here. I want to talk to Tony about this development deal. If you do that, it's not vital, but you get an award for doing so.
Hi, welcome. What can I get for you?
My father tells me you're the majority shareholder in the Heights development.
Technically, I have investments in that and other local organizations.
Does that mean you could benefit from the sale of the land if it was no longer protected?
I don't care for that implication. Yes, I could make money from the sale, but I invested in the property, which was languishing, by the way, as an act of public service.
I think you set the fire on purpose to cash in on your investment.
You think I set the fire? What is it? What is it about this town? I swear, working in city government is like posting a big sign that reads, "Hi there, crazy people, please drop in anytime."
But you'd benefit from a building burning down. That establishes your motive.
Yeah, book yourself a room on that sinking ship and tell me how it turns out. When disaster strikes, people always look at the beneficiary. Always. Regardless of what you think of me. I'm not the type to burn down a building, and I'm really not the type to set myself up to be the main suspect.
Can you prove that?
You can't prove a negative. I don't have to prove that I'm innocent. You on the other hand.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, now let me talk to Deirdre and
How do you think
Bess.
Brenda gets around town so quickly?
She probably speeds and never gets tickets because she's good looking.
Didn't you get a ticket from a red light camera?
All right, that's a flaw in my logic, but I'm still going to assume I'm right. I've got no idea how she does
So
it.
Brenda has
What do
some
you know about
secret
the notes that
route,
were left for me?
and she probably
Promise
used
not
that
to be
secret
super
route
mad?
to.
Okay, fine.
That's not the first note I found. I found another note earlier on your porch.
What did it say?
It gave me a place to go. I went there. Nothing happened. That's when I thought
Secret you-
maybe
I
someone
meant
was
use
expecting
secret
me
route to
you.
get to
Next time I intercepted the note.
fire
sent it
so
your way.
quickly.
And you followed me.
Right.
Why are you admitting all this? I thought you hated me.
I do hate you. But I don't hate you. It's complicated. I just truly enjoy hating you, and I'd hate for something to happen that would throw off our equilibrium. Also,
Okay.
it's not fair.
Well, that's really nice of you. Thanks.
And that's why I hate you. So much positivity. And you're welcome.
Bye.
Later.
Oh, you're very confusing.
Hi, Nancy.
Did you find anything out about Brenda?
Oh, I forgot. Nancy, I'm so sorry about the interview. You know I'd never say anything like that. Brenda just...
Took what you said out of context? I know. Don't worry. I know how she is.
I was so worried you'd be mad when that came out.
Has there been much traffic or road work these last few days?
It's been the worst. It took me 45 minutes to get across the river Monday morning. It would have been faster to walk.
When you were stuck in traffic on Monday, when exactly was that?
10.
Chic
Boutique Chic Week doorbuster was kicking off at 10, and I was late. Nancy, it was a travesty.
But if the traffic was that bad, how could Brenda have made it to both of the interviews on her time log?
Either she's good at being in two places at once, or she's got some top secret route I don't know about.
Well, she does.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
And that's why I want to go back in and ask Tony if she knows anything.
Hello.
Does River Heights have any shortcuts that most people don't know about?
Shortcuts? No. There are the tunnels, but those are locked up as far as I know.
Tunnels?
Yeah, from back when everyone was worried about the Cold War. They've been locked for as long as I can remember. Doubt you could
So
find
that's
your
how
way in if
Brenda's
you tried.
getting
I'll
around.
let you go.
Bye.
All right, now I'll go to the antique store.
Nancy, I need to ask. Why did you trust me right away? Your friends didn't.
We sleuths have to stick together. Plus, my father said you were worth trusting.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Well, that's just. I don't even know what to say. I'm surprised to hear that, I guess.
I'm stuck. Do you have any advice from your detective days?
Times were different back then. The town's a lot nicer these days. Used to have lots of crooks running around in those tunnels.
Tunnels?
Yeah, there's a whole network of tunnels under the town. They say they're from the Cold War, but they're even older. Built by smugglers and the like. And the city turned them into a fallout shelter in the 50s.
How do I find my way in?
I don't know if I should help you with that. The tunnels are very dangerous.
I have to find a way into the tunnels. My case depends on it.
I see. You know, Nancy, when I was younger, I used to love to read. A good book always gave me great ideas. There's a book over there you should check out.
I really don't have time for that.
There's always time for this book. I always brought it with me on my adventures as a kid. You'll want to read it, cover to cover.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, the book is right here.
Alexi said cover to cover. There must be a code on the book's cover. It's a coded guide for getting around the tunnels.
All right, there's an entrance on the road outside of this very shop. Well, he bought the shop. All right, below is the next step of the above sequence. Notice how in each two pairs of cards, this, and this shape stay the same, but these switch, going from circle to diamond to triangle. Then, so what it goes is, I mean, it's like a direction of going up to switch and then up to the right. So if that's next in sequence, and now then they change with these two. The shape, diamond. All right, so circle, diamond. So this one has to be circle at the top, and this sequence going diamond, triangle, circle. So it has to be circle, diamond, triangle, and it's C here. All right, so you have to pick one of these options, and C is the one I want to follow the rules to get through the tunnel rooms. That means option C. And I guess, do I take that with me? Yeah. I'll explain how to use them when I get to the tunnels.
Alexi's guide said there'd be a tunnel entrance right outside the antique shop.
Now it's time to confront Brenda, because as it turns out, I found her fingerprint on that note from Deirdre.
Hello.
So it turns out she's the one who left the notes. She set the fire, and it is framing Nancy.
You're the one who left me the notes, aren't you?
Now she admits
Yes.
it.
You lured me to town hall. You led me to that room. All I need to know now is whether you were trying to frame me or trying to kill me.
They both would have made a great story.
You won't get away with this.
You and I both know you have no proof.
I've got your fingerprints, and
I'll be on the air before you know it, spinning your story so hard that every potential juror in this town will be itching to lock you up and throw away the key.
Far from it. I'm going to make sure everyone in this town finds out who you really are.
Look, you do what you want. If I were you, I'd take my head start and book myself a flight out of the country.
I'm not the type to run away.
Before you say that, I'd take a good long look at Alexi. That man's sad, broken down, lonely life in that grimy old store is your future if you stay.
This is about the Antiquities show, isn't it?
This is about the Antiquities show, isn't it?
But it's more than that.
This is about you. You know who screws up my leads? You. You know who gets in my way? You. You know who I'm sick of? Precious. Special. Nancy Drew. I'm going to love watching this town turn its back on you.
All right, so I know who the culprit is, but that doesn't mean the game is over just yet. So that explains why Brenda was so desperately hard trying to push paint Nancy as the arsonist at the beginning, to misdirect all blame from her. So
What's up?
Tell George.
Do you know about any tunnels in River Heights?
Yeah, I didn't know that they were actually real. How cool is that?
It's Brenda. She's setting me up.
I knew you'd figure it out.
Now I just need to figure out how to stop her broadcast.
Say no more. I know just the thing. Let me go grab it. If you can go find a battery for me, I'll be right back.
I know just where to get one. There's one in the drawer of her desk in her room. Not here, but here. Oh, look, that looks like the chattering teeth from Jane's room in Curse of Blackmore Manor. Oh, and I want to show right in here, there's all the goods that has appeared on Nancy's desk in past games. Maybe they're all collected right here because this is the last case that'll show her desk. Oh, now it's playing some kind of somber type music. Because watch what happens now.
Oh my gosh! Who would do something like that? Someone could really get hurt.
Who would do this?
Some of the fine citizens of River Heights have been expressing their outrage ever since you were arrested.
I can't believe someone would do that.
Don't worry about it. They're just a big bunch of cowards. We'll take care of this for you.
Were you able to find anything to stop Brenda?
I think I've got something good. Sort of. It's in pieces, but I'll figure it out. Maybe you could help?
Of course. What is it?
A jammer.
Once this baby is up and running, there'll be no way she can get her broadcast on the air. Do you have the battery?
Yes. Here.
That's exactly the one I need.
Perfect.
We need to hurry. I'll work on getting all the pieces wired up. If you could work on getting all the connections powered on.
You got it. I need to get all of the connections.
All right, there's the battery, so I have to connect them. All right, now it's working because they're all connected.
Brenda from going on the air for a little while at least.
Perfect. You'll need to connect it to the signal box in Brenda's van. She should be using the standard system, so you'll just need to connect the two together. Here, take a look. There are colored wires with this. Just connect the identical colored terminals with a matching color wire. Be careful not to cross any wires though, or it'll short out and not turn on. Once it's on, it'll be blocking the signal but will only last for about 30 minutes before the battery dies. I wish I could make it last longer, but it's the best I can do right now. Go find a way to put it on Brenda's van's antenna, but don't let her know it's there. Once it's on, you'll have to move quickly. It won't last long.
See you later.
Bye.
All right, so go ahead and do that. Oh, her car's blue, like the blue roadster apparently in Secret of the Old Clock. All right, I have to put it in right here.
The jammer should go here. All I need to do next is match the colored terminals.
All right, so you have to make sure none of the wires are crossing. They cannot cross over each other in order to have them correctly connected and working. You know, like they just can't touch each other at all. All right.
Signal is getting jammed. Time to hurry.
Hey, a key. Now that she's still not here, I can get down into the tunnels.
This must be how Brenda gets around town so quickly.
So that's how she used them to sneak underground and get to the town hall to start the fire. In fact, before I forget, it's her van's right there, but when I go at the very end of the tunnel, guess where it takes me? Right to the town hall. So that's how she managed to get there. And in fact, she left her badge behind, so that's who Deirdre was following. She dressed up as Nancy, leading to Deirdre to follow her, and framed her. Set it up to frame her. Now let's have Nancy look inside.
Whoa, can't believe I made it out of here in one piece.
Like I said, it looks like the inside of a toaster oven. Now let me go back down into the hatch, into the tunnels. The door to this key is just back down this way. I think this is it. Yep. So this is her own personal little room, and whoa, look at this.
Definitely enough isopropyl alcohol to burn down town hall.
Let me pick up the screwdriver, and look at this.
This is definitely enough evidence for the chief to know it was Brenda.
There's the isopropyl alcohol and snowflake ice cube trays, a box of matches. What is this thing? Is that a wig or something? I can't tell. Oh, look who's here.
Brenda! Nancy? Lose something? I'll be honest.
Oh, look at this. She has the silhouetted figure of Nancy
the jammer.
on the dartboard
You got into town
with
hall to
darts
start
thrown
the
on it.
fire, isn't it?
If you have to ask, do I need to bother
Showing
to
she
answer?
hates Nancy
Why?
with a passion.
Why would you do this? You've got the next 10 to 20 years to figure that out. I'll give you a hint. If they give you TV privileges in the big house, you'll be seeing a lot of me.
But why frame me?
If I didn't, you'd screw up everything for me. And now you can't. Here it is. Take a good look. It may look like a tape, but to you, it's the final nail in your
She's got the tape of her broadcast.
I need to get out of here and stop Brenda before she broadcasts whatever is on that tape.
But unfortunately, she's locked me in.
She locked me in.
Okay, so this
another way
meter
out.
shows how much time I have left before her broadcast goes to air. So I have to go around this way.
Stuck. Oh, there has to be a way to get this open.
That's why I have the screwdriver. Okay, so getting around the tunnels, I have to follow option C. So that means to successfully navigate my way out of here, I go through this door, turn left to go to that door, forward through here, forward again, turn right and go through here, forward through here, forward, 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 turn right through here, right again through here, left through here, forward, right here, and forward. All right, now I'm in the home stretch. I'm at the end of the tunnels. That's why this ladder appeared. So now I'm just gonna go up it so I can get out. Hey, what's this?
I knew we were getting
Hey, it's the Clues Challenge medallion. Nancy's found it. That means her team is going to win and bury something in the time capsule. All right, so now I'm out from under the tunnels, and as you can see, the meters disappeared because now I'm home free. Now I just have to go to the police station and give the chief the evidence that Brenda did everything.
Chief, I've got something you need to see.
Nice job, Nancy.
Could no longer contain the darkness inside herself in a desperate
So she's
act,
already
she
giving her
set
broadcast, but it's
the sign
okay.
ablaze for perhaps
It says,
one
reporter
another
arrested on live TV.
to strike the match that forever changed this town. But one
That's
thing
because
is
that's
certain,
coming.
River Heights will be a safer place with Nancy Drew behind bars. With a heavy heart, we must forever say
I hear a car
goodbye to
speeding.
a
Is
former
it the
hero
police?
and look brave.
Yep, there's the chief.
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a broadcast.
Now she's arrested on live TV.
You're under arrest.
No, this isn't happening. You can't do this.
Oh, yes, he can.
Mess with me. You don't want to mess with me. I've got dirt on all of you. I could ruin every single one of you.
Yeah, that's a risk we'll have to take. Back to you, Jim.
Dear Hannah, Brenda was right about one thing. Her broadcast did make it all the way to the national news. Just not exactly the way she had intended. Not the type to let a little thing like a prison sentence.
Oh, look, she's now wearing the prison suit, the orange colored suit, although it's a shirt and pants instead of the one-piece suit that many prisoners wear.
During the next 10 to 20 years. While Tony had nothing to do with the fire, she did show her true colors. As the details of the case emerged, public support for Tony fell to an all-time low. Tony quietly removed her name from the ballot, but remains behind the counter at Scoop. It'll be a while before any of us go out for ice cream again. To everyone's surprise, the time capsule survived the fire.
Okay, great, it did.
J.P. Bennington's so-called...
There's the missing magnifying glass.
After decades, Alexei was finally vindicated.
Well, that's great. He deserves it.
Pardoning Alexei of all wrongdoing. For once, Alexei seems pretty happy. When I asked him if he's interested in being a detective again, he said, never again. But he did say he would be happy to help anytime. Deirdre
I'm sure he has lots of
still Deirdre.
tips that he could pass on to Nancy from one amateur detective to another.
Not surprisingly, Ned's been invited. And not surprisingly, Bess, George, and I have not.
Not that they go.
Not that we go anyway. The town hall is set to be demolished soon and replaced with a new museum celebrating the history of River Heights. Word is that Alexei may be asked to be head curator. Now that
Well, he deserves something like that after years of being accused. Oh, she's got gifts and treats from people
overflowing with notes of support and baked
since she's now been exonerated, showing her their support
public enemy number one.
and apologies, I guess. Yep, like I said, she found the medallion, they win the clues challenge, so she got to pick something to put in the time capsule. Many people think that she put in her How to Be a Detective book because it's missing from her desk now.
Finally, I couldn't have gotten through everything without help from the best friends a girl could have. And, of course, your wonderful gift basket. Can't wait to see you. Love, Nancy.
All right, that's easy. The ticket database, that was Ticket Shark. And woo, I got 8 out of 12 awards, significantly more than I've gotten for my past several walkthroughs of the games when it started with Legend of the Crystal Skull. But wow, 8 out of 12. Just look, I thought there's the emergency call. The legal lawyer that's talking to Tony about the development deal, getting everyone involved. There's the Easter egg, of course, driving all the way so many times around the town. All right, so now I'm just gonna skip to the teaser for the next game, Tomb of the Lost Queen, and then the end credits. Is that a scarab beetle?
Halfway across the world, beyond Cairo and the ancient pyramids, a lost world rises from the shifting desert sands. I've joined leading archaeologists to help unearth a site that some say may be the true tomb of Egypt's legendary lost queen. But once I arrive, rumors of terrifying curses fly, and stories of the site's deadly past begin to surface. It's up to me to solve an ancient riddle and find Egypt's legendary lost queen before a curse as old as the pharaohs themselves seals my fate forever. Join me in my next adventure, Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Okay, so that's it for my walkthrough for Alibi and Ashes. I think I picked a great game to choose to play for my birthday today because, as I said, this is one of my favorites. Yeah, I really like it. Why do I like it? Well, maybe because it's one to take place in Nancy's own hometown, and she gets accused of a crime, so she has to really put her detective skills to work in this case. In this literal case, you could say. Nancy solved many crimes, even so the games don't start out that way, like she's not asked to, but in this case, she has to prove her own in a sense when she's accused. Hey, look at this. There's the receipt for Scoop for how many goods that I bought. I know if you buy all the ice cream, not only will you get an award, but it'll show the huge receipt bill. And I think you can get well over $100 spent for all the ice cream you buy, the shakes and the sodas. Okay, as I said, so before I forget, this was my birthday gift to me, which is why I posted it. So if you guys can wish me birthday wishes on this video or on my channel, I'd be very grateful. Any other fellow Nancy Drew fans doing it, that'd be nice. So here it ends, my walkthrough for Alibi and Ashes. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this just as much as I enjoyed playing it. I'll see you in the next walkthrough video, whatever it may be. Until next time.